Vanessa, and I'm Ashy Slashy.
You can already tell we're geared up and ready for this Ash vs. Evil Dead special edition of the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Hell yeah. I am so excited. I got my Ashy Slashy and I'm ready to go.
And that's the thing is, if you haven't watched Ash vs. Evil Dead yet, it's probably a really good time to jump in now. First 2 seasons are available on Netflix.
Hell
and,
yeah.
Having the crew, the Ghost Beaters crew, in the Collider Video Studios is pretty awesome. So let's get into the battle between Whitney and Schnepp with a little help from their friends. But first, hashtag who you got. I don't think it matters because we're going for everyone.
Yep, doesn't matter. It's a win-win situation. What's that? Alright. Well, he hopes that Bruce Campbell doesn't win. Okay. But I don't think he's playing, so you need to
okay.
ignore him.
Let's get into the battle between them now. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful. Pablo and Kelly.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Alongside Schmoedown legend Mark Yodi Riley, I am Mark Ellis. It is Bruce Campbell's
Perfect that
world.
they got Mark
we
in
just
there.
own
Nightmares,
property
Collider
in it,
Nightmares.
Riley.
Come
right.
on.
Mr. Ellis, I haven't been this excited since I last snuck into Evil Dead 2 when I was just 10 years old.
I was not that old when that movie came out, but we are here to celebrate all things Ash vs. Evil Dead in this very special episode of the movie Trivia Schmoedown Celebrity Edition. Now, this all started when John Schnepp and Whitney Seibold were going at it trying to figure out who the best horror fan of them was, and who emerges from that famous Schmoedown curtain, none other than Ash himself, Mr. B. Campbell.
Oh, that was exciting. I love the two people posturing who's the better horror movie lover when I'm sitting right here at the desk, of course, but Bruce Campbell coming in, I haven't been this excited. I think ever.
It was nice of him to make a cameo in the studio, and then lo and behold, he takes it up a notch as he's known to do, and he challenges them, and he says, we got to settle this in the Schmoedown ring, but not just John Schnepp versus Whitney Seibold. Oh, no. This is going to be John Schnepp, Whitney Seibold. We're also going to have competing here today from Ash versus Evil Dead. Dana DiLorenzo and Ray Santiago are joining us live in studio. That's going to be exciting, too.
You guys remember Ray Santiago from Meet the Fockers, I believe that was?
He plays Ben Stiller.
How do you see this match playing out?
Well, that's going to be a good question.
The
both
look-alike.
Schnepp and Seibold are horror lovers. How do Ray and Dana match up with their own horror skills? That's going to be the question. But since they are a part of the Ash vs. Evil Dead universe, I'm going to give them a lot of credit here to say they know their stuff.
Well, it's not our job to have questions, only answers, and I can answer this one right now very easily. So, February 25th is when Season 3 of Ash vs. Evil Dead drops on Stars. Make sure you check it out.
Go watch
Ladies and gentlemen, here to help us introduce and commentate on this very special celebrity match is none other than the star of Ash vs. Evil Dead, Ash himself, the legendary Mr. Bruce Campbell!
Look at that.
Mr. Campbell with the Schmoedown belt, no less.
Oh, he said that he's going to take the belt from him.
Bruce Campbell seems like he's no stranger to this.
I mean, it depends on if he brings a gun to a puppet fight. He does that, making it work out for Ash and Slashy.
In studio announcing this great match with us. Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3. Did you think you'd get this far, sir?
No. Well, we're glad you did get this far.
Answer.
I know.
This whole thing started, and it's on Stars, and you can catch it, like I said, February 25th is Season 3. What is it about this show that keeps you coming back to this character after all these years?
No.
Short but to the point.
Ash is you. And you.
Yeah.
And you. And you.
Yeah.
He's the average man, the average guy out there.
No, he's
gotta
not.
save
He's
the
a
world.
hero.
So we were hoping that
Hey,
we'll
Hefe.
continue
He's
to survive.
Hefe. Come on.
And to play that guy who's not from another planet, who doesn't put on spandex, he's just a regular guy. I like that as a hero. Because if Ash pulls it off, he's a real freaking hero. He doesn't have that jetpack to help him out. Well, I'll just program my spaceship. Boop, 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 boop. Take me home, Chewie. There's none of that. There's no use the Force, Ash. There's like good luck, Ash. So we're going to find out Ash's limitations this season.
Ash's
which are many, but
limitations
we're
this
going to
season.
find out that he might not make it.
Ash might not make it.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
He's mortal.
He's mortal.
Yeah, that's
but he's
true.
got a boomstick and he's got a chainsaw.
Doesn't make him a superhero.
Sure
No,
doesn't.
it does. I mean, that's the thing about this show is that you do feel like you're a regular guy. And obviously, I don't think that I would enter into any of these circumstances that you guys seem to tackle on the show.
Ash
but
didn't want to.
Ash was very reluctant, but that's the thing. It's that you seem to embrace this so well as Bruce Campbell. You're here in studio with us today. You seem to love talking about this show much more so than Ash does relishing his missions that he has to go on.
I'm in a lot of debt, and if this show doesn't get picked up,
Aww.
I'm going to actually be competing for real.
That's why you
On
got
this
the
show.
belt. That's probably going to be seen at a pawn shop later on this afternoon, Mark Riley.
Well, you know, it is what got me into the film business. This ridiculous series called Evil Dead.
Oh yeah.
And it's been very fun to go back 25 years later when I have some actual experience and apply it to that character. You know, everyone's like, oh, you're the Evil Dead guy. And I'm like, God. It's like when you didn't know anything. I was 21. What did we know about anything? Now I can go back and be like George Lucas. I can fix him.
You don't want to use that example.
George. Two can play that game, pal.
Working out better for you than it did for Jorge.
Do you guys
but-
realize that George Lucas could actually be watching this? Because you guys think he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Right.
What does he do? That's the question. What does he do all day?
Watch
What
his
do you bet
YouTube.
right now? And he just leapt off his expensive couch and went, "That Campbell, I'll crush him!" The guy swears he saw Marlon Brando on the subway in a giant poncho eating peanut brittle in a rainstorm with peanut brittle falling all over his gigantic belly, and they locked eyes on the subway. And Brando gave him a look like, "Don't,
Don't out Brando.
don't,
He's still walking around.
don't say anything."
It's like Brando lives in an apartment still.
No, but this is when he was still alive.
Oh, God, I thought this was like last week. Somebody's claiming
Oh,
they saw
damn.
Brando on a subway, and I'm like, well, that's interesting.
There are guys who claim to be Brando on subways now, but no, that was actually when Brando was around.
So we have two of your co-stars here in studio with us today. What can you tell us about the talents of Dana and Ray and everything that they've been able to bring to Ash versus Evil
Their
Dead?
talents have improved.
Under your tutelage.
Well, you said it, not me.
Yeah, I did.
They're both fairly new to the business. They both have great credits, but they were both very inexperienced and foolish when they first joined the show. I lent them both money to buy. Ray bought a Gremlin, and I think Dana bought a Chevy Vega.
Okay.
I said I'm only springing about $3,000 per car.
Why is
Generous
it
but fair.
Fair is the word.
Yeah, fair.
Generous comes later.
Gremlin, and I assumed you were talking about
Wayne's
a Mogwai
World?
from the movie.
That's where I was
no,
going with it too.
The
But
car
no.
just hit me.
Yeah.
No, it's just one of the crappiest cars ever. Is the old AMC Gremlin. There was the Pacer, the Gremlin,
The Pinto.
So I bought that explode.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful with those. You can't be giving those away. So yeah, I helped them out. I'm glad that they have decided to pay me back because it was a loan.
It was a loan from the very generous Bruce Campbell I got.
You don't learn if you're given things.
Did you get Ashy
I
Slashy a
helped
car?
them help themselves to help me back.
Oh.
Teach a man to fish.
Get him a power
And
wheel.
the man's going to give me a big freaking tuna.
I think that is the quote.
that is the saying, if I do remember
So
correctly.
to those actors, I say, where's my badass tuna?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got some fat-ass tuna for you guys right here because we're about to get ready for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Celebrity Edition. And not only is Bruce Campbell, Mark Riley, guest celebrity commentating with me here today, but here to do the announcements for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown is none other, I don't know how we got him, but he's available, Mr. Bruce Campbell.
Hey!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, representing the Evil Dead, making their Schmoedown team debut. It's Dana,
He's a
the
ring announcer
Skelly
in,
Deadite
Spider-Man.
License dealer Renzo, and Whitney, the beauty Sybil. They represent the Deadite.
All right, here they come. Look at that.
Whitney and Dana.
Oh, Ashy Slashy's here.
Ashy Slashy's in town.
Oh my God.
Would they bring their own Ashy Slashy? Because that'd be awesome.
Representing Ash, Ray, El Brujo Especiale, Santiago, and Big John.
Go Speeders.
The Boomstick.
All right, now we got our good guys coming on in. He's got the chainsaw. Schnepp's bringing whatever the hell that is.
Should be the Ghost
Hope that
Beaters.
gives him some good knowledge on the Schmoedown.
But I guess it's a little deep cut for the viewers of the
Now,
show.
that is the clown from Poltergeist. We're not a shared universe yet, Poltergeist and Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Frankly, I'm not sure why that's here.
I don't know.
I think she's kind of hot myself.
It's not actually this game.
That
but
wasn't
that's
me,
fine.
dude.
Ashy Slashy, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I said it was Ashy Slashy.
Ashley
And he's there.
Slashy.
She left-handed
Dana Ray,
too?
it's so nice to have you guys joining us here for the celebrity match. How do you guys feel about your horror movie
I don't know.
trivia
We'll
skills?
see.
Are you excited going into this matchup? Are you a little nervous?
Huh?
Estoy listo.
Oh, he's
Hey guys,
ready.
hey guys, I'm ready is what he said.
Understand it.
Well, because they're a team.
You know what? I
So
am terrible at
Whitney
trivia. I
will
get
probably
test
be
anxiety.
writing
I
it.
do know horror, but you know what I'm really good at? Talking smack, mother. So that's what I'm looking most forward to is the smack talk.
And
today.
Talk is very
Especially
cheap,
you.
so let's move on.
Hey, John Schnepp
Oh,
wants to
dang.
move the action.
I love
Once
that
you
there's
think
an
you know the
Ashley
answer,
Slashy.
please write down your
Yeah.
best guess on the whiteboard provided to you. If you want to write it down, your teammate wants to write it down, your puppet wants to write it down. Whoever writes it down is fine. When we ask you to reveal the answer, please show it to the cameras. At the same time, you verbalize it into the microphone. Each question in round 1 is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question.
By the way, you're speaking to actors. So you might have to dumb this down a little bit.
I'm
1
sorry,
point.
aren't you the star actor of Ash vs.
I'm the dumbest of all.
Well, if you're the dumbest of all, Bruce, we may have made a mistake here because we actually have you administering the questions for round 1.
That's
so,
right, Bruce.
He does know how to read.
without further ado, I printed this out in extra big bold type just for you, sir.
Do as I say, not as I
Okay,
do.
and don't, by the way, make sure he doesn't cheat on the questions, because I have a feeling he might try and change something. Look at his little smile. Look
Duly
at his, I
noted.
know,
Duly
I've
noted.
worked
I'm
with him for
over.
years.
Dana, I'm over his shoulder. I'll
Thank
make sure
you.
it's on the
Don't-
level.
Okay.
Round 1. 80s horror. What is the name of the main villain in the Hellraiser franchise?
Oh, the Hellraiser franchise.
Talk.
Tick. Exactly.
Talk. That's
15
enough.
seconds.
They don't need that much.
No.
The reason is they either know it or they don't.
Exactly.
What's the answer? Who's got the right answer?
Flip it! Flip it!
Flip it.
All right, we're flipping. We're going for it. Bruce has called it.
AKA the lead Cenobite in the first film.
That is correct.
correct.
Steph, you guys have Pinhead as well.
Pinhead.
1
We had-
point.
Yeah,
All
good
right,
Get
1,
it.
2, 1. We're off and running. Now we're going into question 2. Bruce, have at it.
Question 2. Horror/sci-fi is the category. What is Sigourney Weaver's character's name in the Alien franchise? Don't shout it out
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Here
everybody.
now. Tick
I don't
tock.
know.
Tick.
I think the
Her
last
full
name is
name.
fine.
We got it!
They didn't
All
say
right,
full name.
We're going to
I
go
don't remember
to
her
the
full name.
boomsticks first. Who had the right answer? John Schnepp, you are a part of the boomsticks and you're holding the whiteboard.
Flip it!
That is correct.
Correct. We got Ripley.
It
All
is
right.
Ripley.
Ging, 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 ging.
And
They had
okay.
both names.
Ellen Ripley, full name. All right.
Still only good for 1 point, but it is a tie at 2.
I definitely came up with
Cool. Question number 3. Category Bruce Campbell films. If you don't get this right, I'll personally punch you in the face.
Bubba Hotep.
Which famous person did Bruce portray in the film Bubba
I know it
Hotel? Please
I
write
knew
your
it.
answers down.
Dana's on it. She knows
I
that
don't
she's
know,
got the
because I
right
don't know this
It
movie.
was not Marlon Brando.
All right.
It's the only
what
real
would the
other
answers
movie
be?
And
besides
we'll go to the Deadites first.
Evil Dead that I know he's like the star of.
Knocked it out of the park.
Elvis.
Team Boomstick.
Thank you very much.
They copy.
They got
They
it.
copy.
3
Okay, we're
points.
still tied at
They did.
3 to 3.
It's a perfect
Oh,
game
no.
thus far.
Question number 4. Category 90s horror. Name one of the 4 leads from 1997's I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I can name the two!
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I can name...
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, those are the answers, Bruce.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Well, I was
And,
gonna do.
Really nailed
Well,
that.
we
Freddie
could be
I was
playing
gonna do
on the
Freddy,
honor.
so-
On the honor system.
You know what? Here's how the
Did it say
game,
name
here's how the
two?
game works. Is
said
that
name
sometimes
one.
I
one
was
of our
putting Freddie
announcers is
first.
just so courteous that they're going to extend a free point because he loves each one of these teams. However, here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to give you guys each a point for that, but I'm also going to say he only read off 2 names. Can either team name, and go ahead and write it down on your whiteboard, can either team name one of the male stars?
Yes.
One of
Freddie
the 2
Prinze
male
Jr.
stars.
Or
Ryan
And
Phillippe.
just remind
Yeah.
me, Bruce, I know you can.
And that's what you get for giving us smack, boss.
Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we'll go to the Deadites first.
Freddie Prinze.
That is correct.
Oh, that's correct.
They got it! If I had a nickel for every time I gave away an answer on the show, Bruce, you are now in the great company of Mark Ellis. And now that is 5 points apiece because you guys each got the bonus point as well. So it is 5 to 5. And we go on to our next category.
Question number 5. Category, thrillers. Which Alfred Hitchcock thriller is about a beach community suddenly besieged by killer animals? I won't read the answer.
It's a smart move there, keeping that
I
answer
don't
hidden.
know.
I thought we handled that recovery tremendously.
This is only one recovery.
They got a bonus.
We worked it into our routine.
Hitchcock
We do this
would be
more often. We
proud.
should fail more often
I
together.
like failing with you.
And we go to
Campbell.
5.
What's the answer?
4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the boomsticks.
Los pájaros.
It is
Alright,
the birds.
They get a point.
birds.
Deadites.
The bird.
Aviones.
And we're back to being tied again. 6 to 6. Deadites and boomsticks. Keeping it close.
The
When are we-
tension is unbelievable,
Wait,
George.
When are we gonna start
Can you
playing
read the
the
next
game?
one,
I got
boss?
something in my
Can you read
eye.
the next one in the voice of every voice you've ever done?
Thanks,
Fans.
boss. Read it in the voice I like. The special voice I like.
Or the fans or the stars voice.
Can I just say something?
Please.
As actors, we have a lot of spare time on set. They
yourself.
think that things that they say are funny. I usually retort in some dispiriting way, and it usually stops the conversation. But anything that I were to say now to repeat the frivolity of the set, you'd sit here and go, that wasn't very funny.
I just
It was
never.
the moment
I just
under
wanted
duress.
that voice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think
They
we
didn't know what voice it
probably
was.
give
Wow.
you sympathy last regardless if you wanted to.
By
attempt
the
it
way,
more.
guys, he did say frivolity, so he actually is not stupid.
Question number 6.
Here comes the voice.
The Evil Dead franchise. Gary Granite is his name. The Evil Dead franchise, what is Ash's last name? And the Evil Dead
Are you serious?
franchise.
That's the question. Yeah, we're throwing it out there.
Riley, would you have gotten this answer?
Extra
would.
$5 for the middle initial.
Ooh. That's $5 from your pocket,
That's correct.
not from our budget.
Oh, what if do we know the full middle name?
5,
Yes.
4, 3,
I already wrote it
2.
down.
I don't remember the
For
middle
an
name.
extra $5, it does appear Dana has a beat on it. We'll go to the Deadites first. Your answer is
Ashley J for Jackass Williams.
is that true
Hey.
for $5?
The J is correct. The jackass she can show.
That is good for a point and possibly $5 from Bruce Campbell's own personal stash. And now we go to the boomsticks.
Ashley J.
Ashley Williams.
Wow, they
as
got
well.
it there.
All right, so here is the slate we have so far. We have 2 more questions in round 1. Each team currently has 7 points. If you guys get the next 2 questions right, there's a bonus question that we will ask because you got a perfect score. So without further ado, Mr. Williams.
Question number 7, the category is action horror. Who plays Van Helsing in the 2004 action horror fantasy film Van
Yeah, I
Helsing?
know. I'm writing it down.
I don't think I've ever seen that Van Helsing.
It's a good movie.
Is it?
Not a good
And it's not just because this actor is the greatest showman on earth.
Damn.
Whoopsie!
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, we can't
1.
remember.
And we have to
Snip
put down
can't
the
remember.
pens.
Put down the pen, snap.
Team Boomstick. Your answer? It's a squiggly line. They did not get a point for this.
Have a blank.
Whoa.
Okay.
What would you like to know? if we
That
got
is
the answer?
shocking.
Guys didn't get that?
They didn't even get the hint that you just lobbed
Nice.
over the plate.
Yes.
That was like
Bruce.
that was a hanging
I'll let
fastball.
you
Yeah,
know.
that thing, you
All
just
right, fool,
put
you
it on
better
a
be
tee.
right.
Wait, I remember now. Can I write it down?
No, you cannot.
Hey! No, you know the
Deadites.
rules.
Deadites.
Jack Hugeman.
Very
There,
close enough.
Hugh Jackman, it is written. Okay, we will take that. All right.
All right, so Hugh Jackman, despite the fact that Bruce did give
Damn.
you, like he said, a hanging fastball right over the plate,
White
could
room
not
on
knock that
Shep
one out of
there.
the park. We have one more question in round 1.
And Pablo,
Team
what the
Deadites,
hell,
if
man?
you guys
Help
get
him.
this one correct, you alone
probably
will
didn't know.
receive
Yeah, he
the
probably
bonus question. Sir.
Question number 8, category modern horror. Who plays Patrick Bateman in American Psycho? Who I
Dead
ask you?
conferring they are writing on the whiteboard.
I can't even
so
get this one wrong. The answer isn't even there.
There it is. So no
think they're
hanging
learning. Don't
softballs.
give Campbell the answer.
No, we didn't cheat.
All right, 5,
4,
I said-
3,
They're not answering.
2. Cards down.
we're gonna go to the Deadites.
Christian Bale.
Give
Christian
them a
Bale
point.
is correct.
And we go to the boomsticks.
I'm Bateman.
Okay. That sounds like a Batman playing American Psycho. That is a great round by the Boomsticks. Unfortunately, it was bested by the Deadites, who got a perfect round.
Perfect round for the bad guys,
in
the
round
Deadites.
one. And now we have your bonus question. This is just to you, so Boomsticks, you guys can take 5. Smoke if you got them. Your question, Team Deadites, is how many films have been released in the Final Destination franchise?
Final Destination. Bruce, have you seen the Final Destination?
Oh, I was gonna write it
Well,
down.
I set
Yeah,
out to
it's
see
5.
it, but it didn't wind up to be my final destination.
4.
I set that
That's
up
not a
for
sip,
Or
that's
is
a
it
real
6
one.
because it was the
2,
final
1.
It's just a
destination?
man in a tie.
The man in the tie had 5, and they got
Five
the
is
Okay,
bonus
correct.
point.
They got the
Yeah,
bonus.
because 5 was the final
Yeah.
destination.
So it is now 10
Because
to 8
we had
at the
the
end of round
3.
1. We
Right.
move on to
And then we had
round
that
2.
stupid 3D one,
And Bruce,
and then
I
it
think
went
we're
back
seeing a lot of ability
Right.
out
to
of both
the-
of your co-stars in the
full
show.
circle
4
one.
was like
Yeah,
the
we're seeing
NASCAR
something.
one.
Yeah.
A lot of
And then the
Well,
last
5 was
one,
actually good.
the 5 was like the full
The bridge.
circle.
Round
Yeah.
2. Here's how it works.
I like
Each
5.
team gets 1 spin at the wheel. If you're not,
I like
if you don't
3
the
too.
category
Yeah, I
this
like
month,
Winstead.
I can't imagine. You get 6 questions. Okay, so you'll get 6 questions from your category, and then
All right,
the
I can't
Boomsticks
see, I
will get
can't
6
see. Come on.
questions from their category. The questions
Oh,
for this
no.
round are worth 2 points.
All right.
If you're not sure of the answer, you can
I'll
ask
let
for
you,
multiple
watch.
choice. At which
Sure.
point the value of the question goes down to 1. I want you all to keep this in mind.
That's fine.
There is stealing available in
be able
round
to see.
2. So if we ask the Deadites a question and they don't know it, you guys can steal it. But you have to wait until they answer incorrectly. All right, so
Got it.
Deadites, you guys are in the lead. Would you prefer to spin
Yeah,
right now, or
let's
would
get
you
over
like
a
to
little
let the Boomstick spin first?
All right, we're gonna spin the wheel.
They're going to
Ah,
spin
that's
the
that wheel,
wheel.
Dana.
That is a good strategy I've
No
always
whammy, no
employed.
whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
There it is.
No whammy. No, there's always time for no whammy.
There is a Bruce Campbell wedge on the wheel.
Making
a stadium.
and it's
Could it-
looking like... Oh!
80s
80s horror movies is your category. Would you like to stick with it or spin again?
Not at all.
Not at all.
We're gonna stick with it.
Oh, damn.
That way, pressure's on.
Begrudgingly, Dana sticks with it. All right, and we're going to go right to 80s horror movies,
Okay,
which is my favorite.
Mark Riley will be administering the questions for 80s horror, which Whitney probably alive in that decade more so than Dana, thus his confidence in the category.
Oh, you have no idea.
All right,
Don't blow it.
Deadites, are you ready?
I'm an old man now, too.
Aw,
Ready,
I love
Deadites.
Whitney
Okay,
so
your
much.
first question. Who played the father, Steve Freeling,
Oh, I
in
don't remember his name.
1982's Poltergeist?
I see his
Oh,
face.
Coach Craig T. Nelson.
Yeah.
Bruce
That
knows
guy.
it.
Bruce is
Mr.
gonna
Incredible.
play along and actually
I
write
think
down.
Bruce is.
I was like, I
Before,
can see his
after.
face, but I don't remember his name.
After.
Oh,
Before.
That's not right.
great part
Five.
of
We
it.
don't?
4,
Okay, yeah, we got it.
3,
You got it?
2. You don't have to write this down.
Okay,
you guys
good.
can just answer.
I just was like, yes. No, you say it.
Craig T. Nelson.
That is correct for 2 points.
Who else had
You
Crazy
won't
Nelson?
remove the
Mr. Bruce
headstone.
Bruce is playing along, just like everybody at home.
Showing you how good I am here, that's all. Don't
All
like
right,
to
Deadites.
show up my cohorts.
Ready for question 2?
Yes. Oh, okay. No, this is all us still.
That's all you. Yeah, we're going through. Number 2. In
Kelly.
1989's Pet Cemetery, Louis Creed discovers a cemetery that resurrects the dead. What family pet does he bury first to
The
test
cat?
the theory?
The cat. The cat!
We just need the animal. We don't need the name
Okay.
Okay.
because
It
names
was,
are
it was
hard.
the cat.
That is correct for 2 points.
What was the cat's name, Dana?
Pussy McPusterson.
That's incorrect.
I know
That's
the
okay.
cat's name. Do you?
What's the cat's name?
It was Church. Thank you. I'm here all
That's
week.
right. Good for
The
all
answer,
right.
Dana, was church.
Wait, is that for real?
That's for real, yeah.
I thought you just told me I needed to go there.
If I were you guys, if this was my game, I'd take a couple points away.
I was,
General insubordination.
It's like he's drunk.
We're not doing terrible in this,
No.
but it's
Deadites, are
really
you ready for your
simple.
question
yeah,
number
Yeah.
we're
3?
ready.
And it's really
Yeah,
simple.
I think it's
1988's
simple.
Child's
Simple horror
Play. Charles
movies.
Ray Lee gets turned into a murderous doll It goes by what name?
Oh, really?
Boy.
Yeah.
Good guy.
The good guy. I thought it was. Yeah,
This
you're
is
right.
not
The
a trick
good guy.
You're
Not
so
good boy. Good guy.
Chucky.
I knew it was
Chucky.
good.
That is
Well-
correct for 2 points.
Oh,
Looks
okay.
like
Well,
both teams knew the answer to
Which,
that.
by the
That
way,
could have
if
screwed
Chucky
us
actually
up too if
flashy
we
stuff,
said, yeah, he's a good guy doll.
I would love to see that.
But technically,
Please make
with
that happen, Dan.
Polly, his name
All
is.
right,
Yeah,
we're moving on to question
Chucky, but
Ours is a
okay.
little harder.
Yeah.
Who
I
directed
would've
Jeff
challenged on
Goldblum
it.
in 1986's The Fly?
Who directed The Fly?
Oh,
Okay,
God, he
yeah,
directed
no.
the play.
Richard
Richard Donner?
I'm just scannering my answers here.
And you're
Like-
playing it,
That,
yeah.
I see
I've
what
got
you
here.
did there.
So-
Your answer?
This is
David Cronenberg.
That's correct.
Yeah.
No
Is that a Cronenberg?
Yeah.
Okay.
points.
A,
Dead-Eye
where were you
familiar.
in college?
Looking at the
are
back of the
running
thing.
the table.
Failing Greek history.
All right, and I would like to point out at this point of the match, there's 2 questions left for you guys in round 2. So far, you are throwing a perfect game. Overall, we've never had a perfect game.
Don't jinx it.
On any movie trivia show. I'm an announcer. You guys just shouldn't talk about it with each other. 2 questions left, Riley. What's the next one?
All right, your next
Oh, God.
question. In 1987's The Lost Boys, Michael becomes a vampire by doing what?
Partying too hard.
I was going to say drugs.
Yeah, was it drugs?
Drugs, kids.
You're both in
I
the
don't
ballpark.
remember how he becomes a
Not even
vampire.
once.
5, 4,
By drinking
3,
vampire blood?
2, 1. Your answer, Team Deadites.
An album cover. Oh, ain't no bum cover for 400.
Album cover. Interesting, but incorrect.
Okay, so now you can steal. This is a big steal.
Callback to the show.
Multiple choice.
You can't go to multiple choice if they didn't.
Come on,
So
Shaq.
you have to guess out of the blue, unfortunately.
repeat the question?
We certainly can.
In 1987's The Lost Boys, Michael becomes a vampire by doing what?
I'm assuming drinking vampire blood because
Was it
that's usually held.
Jumping off a bridge? Like,
I don't know.
remember that happened.
Doing a show for stars.
Need an answer. 5,
Staying up all night.
3, 2, 1. Final answer, boomsticks.
Surfing.
Incorrect as well. I'm sorry, we were looking for
Was it Barding?
drinking blood, as vampires are
Yeah.
wont to do.
It's just
Yep.
normally
And
what
that-
I
makes a
thought this was
vampire.
Right, you have to
Clamato.
drink the vampire blood.
What's
to
a
become
Clamato with
vampire.
you?
So
All
which
right,
makes
we
sense.
didn't run the table there.
for
Sorry,
him to
Mr.
become a
Ellis probably
vampire, they
jinxed
wanna
you,
go
Dana, as you
legit.
said.
Yeah, maybe
Look
there
at
was.
how happy you are about
There
it.
was something to that jinx, perhaps.
All right, we are going to the last question in 1980s
Yeah, they should have used
horror
multiple choice
movies,
on that one.
and it is in The Shining. What makes Jack a dull boy?
Go all work and no play.
Wait, can I keep it?
All work and no play.
Where's my
Work.
typewriter? Are we ready?
We're ready for you.
Although I want to say, but then you have to do your Jack Nicholson impression. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
That is correct
Wow.
for 2
Or you can
points.
say, "Oh, work and fucking no play
There it is.
makes Jack a fucking dull boy."
That's 3 points right there. And with that, Bruce Campbell has the most points of anybody in this round.
Who
Because-
was playing along with us
Because
right
Christ
now?
Almighty, Stan, how many fucking takes do you want to do on me chopping through the fucking bathroom door?
That was maybe the best
It's a
Nicholson.
little
I've seen them all. kids.
behind,
that might be the best
Jack.
Nicholson impression of the
Behind the
bunch.
scenes.
And I don't know how the Boomsticks are going to follow that, but you guys need to get some points. Now, mathematically, you can end up tying them by the end of this round if you pitch a perfect round 2. In order to do that, we would need Ray to spin that wheel and get a category you want.
And we would most importantly need them to know more.
Math checks out, Bruce.
Does not appear they're going to get the Bruce Campbell
All
category
right,
this
we
one.
landed on
Thriller.
Thriller.
I see Jack on there.
Really?
You want to spin again, or do you like staying on Thriller?
Boring.
Spinning it for something fun.
Boring category.
They're spinning
Spin again.
again, everybody. They are spinning again away
He's like,
from
I want to
Thriller.
spin it again, so let's spin it again.
Get Evil
spin.
Dead. Evil Dead.
Because this is it, right?
Spin again.
Oh, yeah.
This is it.
This is it. Whatever you land on, you're stuck with.
No.
And you know they want that Bruce Campbell category.
Look at comedies on there.
They could.
Oh,
They land. Oh, this is a strength for John
Still,
Schnepp.
yeah,
John
this is definitely
Carpenter
up,
films.
Schnepp's
That's a
alley.
good spin.
This is
they
a
really
huge
wanted that.
turn of events because John Schnepp does not celebrate about a lot of things. But when he
Ray
spins
is like,
John Carpenter,
"You
whether
got
it's
it?
the real guy
Yeah, I
or
got
just
it.
a wedge
All
in
right,
his
let's
honor,
do this."
he gets excited.
A warning.
I was in Escape from L.A., Mother Scratcher.
Oh, I know, you were the surgeon.
So don't try and pull something fancy on me.
Not trying anything.
Were you in Escape from LA?
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was!
Good night, everybody.
Yes, he was!
Oh, hey.
Ellis!
Hey, have the Evil Dead guys on our show. We know all about their stuff.
I saw Escape from LA like
Sound
80
like
times
Porky.
because I worked at a movie theater that summer.
He was the plastic surgeon under heavy makeup.
That's awful.
Just done by the great Rick Baker, that's all.
Just Rick Baker.
Yeah, just Rick Baker.
Rick Baker, a legend of werewolves and Star Wars fame. Okay, we're going to go to
be
John
funny if that's one of
Carpenter
the
is
questions.
spin, and your first question
Who
of
played the
6
plastic
is,
surgeons?
what actor was nominated for an Oscar in the movie Starman?
That's not.
And you don't have to write this one down.
Not
There's
the
no
right
spelling
question,
involved,
my
Snapper
worst.
Ray. You can write it down if you want to, but you don't.
They are writing it
You
down.
can
Don't you
literally just
say it.
confer.
Working on movies are so cool.
Well, it's funny because
We're going to go with Jeff Bridges.
2 points.
is Brian the
And 2 points for Bruce, who
the
is playing
surgeon, so
along
they had
with
to
us
change
right
the
here.
question,
Did write down
maybe?
Jeff Bridges.
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
Because they
Your
did give away the
next
answer?
Question.
Yeah, maybe.
A Plymouth Fury is a killer car in what movie?
It would be called Christine.
Oh,
2 more
not even-
points.
Barely 2 seconds past,
Weird.
and Schnepp has nailed it.
The
All right.
boomsticks.
Okay.
Okay, they are on the comeback trail. Your
I
next
just listened to him.
I know.
question is, what words can often be seen when Nada puts on the glasses in They Live?
Obey,
Obey, yeah.
Although
Obey!
he
conform.
does not have to write on the whiteboard.
He doesn't have to,
he
but
prefers to
obey.
answer questions that way.
It's his process.
And we're going to allow him to
That's
do it.
fine. The whiteboard's there. Might as well use it.
Consume.
They're pitching a perfect game
quite a
halfway
few.
through, or at least a perfect round. 3 more questions,
Sleep.
and you could be tied with
Basically
the
a
Deadites.
bunch
Your
of
next question
commands.
is, which Baldwin brother of the famous Baldwin family portrays Tony Montoya in John Carpenter's Vampire?
Easy.
William
Gummo.
Baldwin. No, not William. Charlie?
Gummo.
Charlie Baldwin?
Yeah, he doesn't work much.
It's the one that doesn't work
He's the
much.
black sheep of the family.
Daniel
Yeah,
Baldwin.
they went with Gummo after all those
Daniel
normal names
Baldwin.
they had for their other.
I don't know the Baldwin families except for
5,
Alec.
4,
It's not Billy. It's Daniel.
2.
Multiple choice.
Answer.
Yo, shut up.
Whoa.
It's getting competitive over there.
I like this.
Your
This is
multiple
happening.
choice options are. Here's your multiple choice
I'm
options.
doing multiple choice tonight.
Is it A. Alec Baldwin?
No.
Is it B. Daniel Baldwin? Is it C. Billy Baldwin? Or is it D.
Chili Willy
Stephen
Baldwin.
Baldwin?
Can you repeat them, please?
A.
Chili Willy
Alec,
Baldwin.
B. Daniel,
Billy Baldwin.
C. Billy,
You're all
or
screwing
D.
with him.
Stephen? Okay, we need an
We're going
answer.
to go with Billy Baldwin.
They are
Daniel.
incorrect for the steal.
It is Daniel Baldwin.
1
That is
point.
correct.
That's
1
right.
point.
And
Big
it's
steal.
huge.
That was
Yeah.
a huge steal. No longer
She's
can they
getting all
catch
up
them
in
and
it.
tie
I
it
love
up,
it.
and they just
Me
pulled
too.
ahead.
And even after I eliminated Gummo off the list.
Unbelievable. You
Gummo's the
kind
most
of
popular
practically
You asked
gave
for
them that
multiple
one.
choice. There are only 4 Baldwins.
I don't know all the Baldwins.
You got to think about strategy. John Schnepp, not a reader of People magazine. Your next question, Mr. Schnepp.
No more Baldwin questions.
This
got
definitely does not involve a Baldwin. It does involve a member of the Brimley family. Wilford Brimley plays the role of Blair in what? John Carpenter
They Live?
fan favorite.
They live?
That would be called The Thing.
2 points.
Oh, the
correct.
Thing!
2
God damn
points.
it.
Back on
Yes,
the
of
winning
course. He's in the
side,
freaking,
and they could really
snow
use one more correct answer, and luckily we have one more
compound.
question for
I'm
them
just here to
achieve
enjoy
just
He
that
died.
goal.
Pixar Mash
Your
and
last
chew
question
bubblegum, and I am
in
all
round
out
2
of
to get within 3 points of the Titans known as the Deadites. Name the actor who portrayed Brain in Escape from New York.
That would be Harry Dean Stanton.
2 points.
Wow. Deep cut. Holds it.
That was
out.
the first
Look
one.
at that.
Yeah, they
First
And
question.
fun fact, Escape from New
Missed
York is actually the prequel to the
on
Bruce
theirs.
Campbell classic Escape from LA.
That's true.
That is the end of round
I
2, and we have a barn burner on our hands
Man.
thanks to a great performance by both the Deadites and the Boomstick. It is 21-18.
Unbelievable.
Bruce, this is going into the last round now. Who do you see coming out on top?
Deadites. Woohoo!
Himself.
Well, at this point, I think what's important is that they understand the necessity of the color commentator. the role of the
It kind of looked like he's wearing a crown.
Really much more important.
He's got the belt above his head.
Because you'll be gone next week. I'll still be here.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, that's true. So it doesn't really matter either of them. If I showed favoritism, I would hear it on the set, and they're already very difficult to work with.
Very fair answer there, Riley.
It's honest and to the point. I like it.
But Bruce Campbell doing two things: dodging my question, also solidifying a permanent spot here on the announcer desk. So, well done right there. And what we need.
So if we get canceled,
you're back here.
You
They
come on
won't
back
get
here.
canceled.
Spot
I
for
think
you
should
right
have
here.
them just so we can
Don't
read
get
more
canceled.
answers as
Everybody
opposed
needs to
asking
go
questions.
watch it
That's
on
original.
February.
That's a good one.
I'd go back for that.
Deadites,
On
because you are in the
Stars.
lead, you get to select your number first. Here's how round 3 works.
How many numbers do we pick?
3 that range from 1.
That's my girl.
We're gonna choose 1, 2, and 3.
oh my
Bold
God, that's so
strategy,
original.
Bruce.
That's just right off the bat there.
Those are my lucky numbers. I hit them
Awesome.
on roulette all the time.
How did you
I
come up with that?
I'm not telling you my
2,
strategy.
4,
it's my
5,
lucky
and
numbers.
6.
Let's see if the boomsticks
Get your
can
own.
come up with a higher count. What is the 3 numbers you would like to
18,
select?
19, 20.
11, 17, and 20.
Okay,
All right.
Close.
Change it up a bit.
Like the originality there. We are going to go to the boomsticks first for your first question. Your first question in round 3 is worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. And the last question is worth 5 points. As soon as
Way
one
too much
team
math.
is mathematically eliminated, the game is over and we will declare a winner. Deadites are not up yet. Boomsticks, your first category for 2 points. You selected number 11. That is in the category of Mr. Steven Spielberg movies.
I'm so stressed out.
Just verbal, you guys can, but you guys don't need to weigh in on this. This is just for the boomsticks.
Okay.
And your question is, what is the name of Laura Dern's character in Jurassic Park? We just
Why
need
am I
the first
blinking it?
name.
No, L? No.
We just need the first name.
Doctor.
We'll accept the last name as well.
Ellie
2 points.
Sattler.
I was close. I got L. I should have gotten Ellie. Oh well.
3,
There you go.
2, 1.
Answers.
And we need an answer.
We wrote down doctor because we do not know what it
Is a doctor?
Doesn't that would be her first name, technically, doctor.
It's more of a prefix.
I'm
than
sorry,
a
her
name,
credits, if you look it up, it's Doctor whatever.
But we were looking for Dr. Ellie Sadler.
Yes,
is
Ellie Sattler.
the answer. So,
Harry
As
is
a
crying
color
somewhere
commentator,
right
Sometimes
now.
I comment on the rules of the game. Can you split their rewards? One got doctor, one got the first name.
It was their question and they got it wrong.
Yes, they did. They did indeed get it wrong.
I agree with
Don't ever
Bruce
be a
Campbell on
referee.
this.
No points awarded, unfortunately, Schnapper and Ray.
So they have to get their next one.
You're winning fair and square, okay? This is not a cheat.
ladies and gentlemen,
And my
if you're,
chair is
if you're
on that.
joining us
You're
late,
winning
not only do we have
because
a
your
great
partner's
matchup
feeding you
going
the
on right
answers.
now,
Anyway.
Bruce Campbell's color commentary career is in jeopardy. Stay
It is.
tuned. Your next question
If
for
I come back,
the
I want the
boomsticks.
ability to change the fucking rules.
Okay. You're not the first person to make that statement. You selected number 17 for your 3-point question.
Yeah.
That category corresponds to 1970s movie. 1970s movies. For 3 points, your question is, Ned Beatty, Ronnie Cox, Burt Reynolds, and John Voight all take a ill-fated canoe trip in what movie?
Deliverance.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, I think
Squeal like a pig, baby.
Yeah.
We are tied at 21.
that is correct. Schnap.
We are tied at 21 points, and now the action moves over to the Deadites because we will be asking your 2-point question. For that, we go to the semi-golden throat of Mark Yodi Riley.
There we go. You had the numbers 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
They just need to
Category
get
number
one.
1
It's
is
over.
in the category
They're gonna get
of
it.
Tom Cruise film.
Whitney's on fire.
No, they still got their 5-pointer.
For 2 points, who plays the villainous
That's true.
arms dealer? Owen Davian in Mission Impossible 3.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Seymour Hoffman.
Was it Philip Seymour Hoffman?
That is correct, Bruce.
That was to the Deadites.
That was to the
Bruce.
Deadites.
I'm sorry.
but,
I'm sorry, I was trying to
your
concentrate.
movie trivia knowledge is pretty damn
All right.
good, I
Yeah,
will
he
say,
should be
though.
playing.
But
That is good.
You notice I did make the triangulation: Tom Cruise, Philip Seymour Hoffman, They were in a movie together. They could have been in 2 movies together.
Do you want to switch and I'll do your job, you comedic competitor? That'd be fun. Let's do that. I think you really want to play the game.
You get on the winning team.
Get on the winning team, dude.
Unfortunately, we do need to stick with the rules. It's not fair to the fans out there.
So I say we ask another one.
Here's what we'll do. As the closest thing,
Stop trying to change the rules, Dana.
as the closest thing to Commissioner on the desk, I'm going to give you another Tom Cruise question of equal challenge. And your question is, name a movie that features both Tom Cruise
Night
and Cameron
and Day.
Diaz.
Oh, here's a big clue.
I know.
He rides a motorcycle in it.
I said Vanilla Sky.
Yes.
Hey,
that's
that's correct. 2 points.
All
And
right.
Here's the trivia question you really want. What Tom Cruise movie does he not ride a motorcycle in?
Legend.
No, the one that,
No, not true. In the bloopers, he does.
in the cocktail movie. What is it?
Cocktail.
Thank you.
The cocktail movie is known as Cocktail. We are now going to go back to the boomstick.
That wasn't me, that was the
I
music
want to
from
set the
Risky
table right
Business.
now. If you're just joining us on the movie trivia Schmoedown Celebrity, we have come down to the final question for the boomsticks. If they get this right, we keep playing. If they miss it, then Team Deadites, Dana and Whitney, have won to ask. The last question to the boomsticks is none other than Mr. Answer himself, Bruce Campbell.
Mr.
The Partridge Family. Oh, no.
This is in the category
Sorry,
of
that's your playlist.
musical.
Yeah.
But
we play after.
Are we
Musicals. Just that question
that
right
one.
there. And I'll cover up the answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the category is musicals. Who played Fantine in 2012's Les Mis?
I don't know their names, but it could be.
Remember, this is the question
Fantine.
for the boomsticks.
Who's Fantine?
This is not your question.
Anne
Anne
Hathaway.
Hathaway?
This is not your question.
The
John Schnepp got it.
John Schnepp got it.
that girl. And
That's a big
John
get right
Schnepp
there.
got it.
Big 5 points.
So now we go back to the Deadites. You need to get at least your 5-pointer, but before we get to that, we will get to your 3-point question.
I feel like we won 5 rounds ago, but okay.
You selected number 2. Mark Riley will be asking that question for 3 points and a tie.
All right, guys, you ready? Number 2,
Look at her
in the
face.
category of classics. What legendary director of such classics as The Maltese Falcon and Key Largo also directed the 1982 adaptation of Annie?
I just saw this.
John Huston? Who did what?
Yes, okay, that's right.
Yeah, Houston.
I got it.
John
John Huston.
That's correct for 3 points.
I had no clue.
Oh, well, I knew that he
Campbell agrees
directed
that it is
80s.
right.
So
The Deadites
Just saw them all.
have tied the game.
Oh my God!
It all comes down to this.
Wow.
So once again, you guys get the question right, then you guys win. If you get the question wrong, we move on to overtime. God, I hope they get it right,
I hope
Bruce.
they do.
Bruce, here's your question. That's the one. You do not get another question. Define
The category is westerns.
Oh, God.
Oh.
What was the
that
third
a
and final
weakness of
film
Whitney?
to be released in Sergio Leone's legendary The Man with No Name?
A few dollars
Western
more.
trilogy?
Fistful of dollars, a
What was
few
the
dollars
third
more.
and final film in that trilogy? Sergio
A few dollars
Leone.
more.
Long lingering
dollars
close-ups
more.
of Henry Fonda's blue eyes. What?
The good, the bad.
Was that the third? I
and
thought that was the
ugly.
first.
It's the good, the bad, and the hey lady!
Oh, I guess
And
so.
your
Okay, see?
winner!
Yeah. I thought Good, Bad, Ugly was the first
By a
one.
score of 31 to 26.
So I guess fistful of dollars and a few dollars more.
Deadites,
was the second.
Whitney
I think that's a good
Seibel,
one.
Nina DiLorenzo, take it.
And Ashley Slashy.
What did they win?
What a match. They win absolutely nothing other than the love and adoration of their fans.
She has her fair share of time with
Bruce
the
Campbell, you have
puppet.
our enduring respect. Thank
In the
you so
show.
much for joining
Yeah.
us.
That
here
she
today.
does.
Thank you so much, Bruce.
I had all the answers.
You knew the answer.
Actually did have all the answers. Make sure that you guys get Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3
Yeah.
on Stars, February 25th.
Yes.
One
Watch
more
it, watch
huge
it,
round
watch
of
it, so
applause
we
from the
could get
throngs of
another
dozens of people in our studio.
There's that music, the Army of Darkness music.
And Bryce
Which I wish they
Santiago.
would
We'll
bring
see you
back.
here, hopefully again, with Bruce Campbell.
Coming up at 11, horrible car crash.
So what's fun, huh? That was a lot of fun. I mean, we had a lot of things going on. Oh, hey, Robert.
Hey.
Just having a conversation with Assy Slashy over here. Yeah, sucker.
I would have preferred if it was more horror-centric, like, because the wheel was all horror, except for, like, comedy was on there for some reason.
Yeah, but, like, the first 8 questions were sort of, like, thriller, horror,
Right.
which is fine. And, like, I was okay with it being, like, at the end where it was, like, different questions, because it's, like, the end.
Yeah, but you still had all those questions from the wheel that you could have used, you know, like Evil Dead questions. But at the same time, it's a movie trivia Schmoedown. It covers all aspects. I just would have anticipated horror through the end. But either way, I mean, it was a little sloppy on John Schnepp's side of the table.
They were just having fun, and it was all thrown out the window anyways. So...
But it was still, yeah, like you said, it was a lot of fun. Dana DiLorenzo, I'd love her to come back and compete because, I mean, she did have some pulls.
Cracked me up. She fell out of her chair.
She,
we saw that.
Even
everybody saw it. It happened. It happened.
Even like when she was partnered with Whitney, like she would confirm with him that was the answer, and then she'd have the answer. So
I feel like she had a lot of the answers too, so she knows.
Versus Pablo, who
Ray over there is just like, I'm getting stressed out.
He did not know.
Yeah.
But Schnepp had a good pull with Anne Hathaway. A horrible fail with Hugh Jackman, another counterpart of Les Mis. But I enjoyed the celebrity match. I would have liked to see Bruce Campbell play because obviously he.
But I like that he
commentated,
and I want him to come back too and just be silly. I
wonder if they did the girls' night out before this because he seemed a little hammered when he was playing too.
Maybe.
But that's just Bruce, more than likely. But yeah, we got a Bubba Hotep question in there. Never thought we'd get that because it didn't go to theaters. So
well, when you have Bruce Campbell and a movie that has Bruce Campbell in it, you make an exception.
I was okay
for
with
Bruce
it.
Campbell.
But what did you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Have you watched Ash vs. Evil Dead yet? If not, what the hell are you doing? It's amazing.
Watch it!
There are some, like our friend and fellow Schmoedown reactor Albert actually went through Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, and then I think he's going to start the show as well. So he's been like burning through them so he could catch up to this moment. But yeah, you guys really should definitely check out Ash vs. Evil Dead. Clearly, we're fans.
And watch all the movies as well because they're great.
That's right. So either way, thanks Christian for giving us another awesome Collider celebrity match. This one definitely was right up our alley. So otherwise, thank you guys. You can like, you can subscribe.
You can do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram.
And Stardust. All the social networking gin joints, you know where they are. Kick into the party, fill the party, keep the party going at our Patreon. Gets us where we need to go, like a lighter video. Just did our non-spoiler review for the Black Panther, available on our channel now.
Yes, you could go check that out. And we also did a podcast with Under the Capes. We'll have a link for that in the description below. We talk about our semi-awesome time here on YouTube. And yeah.
Yep, check it out. Thank you guys so much. And as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.